Okay, the question here is asking us what is the percentage composition by mass of strontium hydroxide? So, to answer this, we're first going to calculate the mass of our whole compound, strontium hydroxide. And then we're going to calculate the mass of each of the elements separately. And then finally, we'll compare those mass of each of the elements separately to the overall mass to get our final percentage by composition. Okay, so let's calculate our mass of our strontium hydroxide. We know that it's got strontium in it, and it has an atomic mass of 87.6, and we have one atom of strontium. Our oxygen has an atomic mass of 16, and we have two atoms of oxygen. Our hydrogen has an atomic mass of 1, and we have two atoms of hydrogen. So if we calculate that and add it all together, we have a total mass for our compound of 121.6 atomic mass units. Okay, so the second part of the question asks us to calculate the percentage mass by composition of strontium compared to the overall mass of the whole compound. So the mass of our strontium, as we know, because we have one atom of it, has an atomic mass of 87.6, giving us a total mass of 87.6. So we're going to compare that mass to the mass of our whole compound to get our percentage of strontium. Doing our calculation, we get 0.72, which we have to multiply by 100 to convert it to a percent, giving us 72%. So most of our mass of our compound is coming from the strontium, which, by the way, is sometimes used in fireworks. And it's also a stabilizer when they're making plastics. All right, let's look at oxygen. So the mass of our oxygen would be 32 atomic mass. We're going to compare that to the mass of our overall compound. Our calculation works out to 0.263, which, of course, when we multiply by 100, gives us 26.3%. So that's how much oxygen we have in our compound. All right, finally, our mass of our hydrogen, we're calculating it in the same way. We have two atoms of hydrogen, which has a mass of 1, giving us an overall mass of 2 in our compound. So we're going to compare that, find the ratio of the mass of the hydrogen to the mass of our whole compound. When we do that calculation, we get 0.017, multiply that by 100, and we get 1.7%. Notice how these three numbers added up need to give us 100% because 72% of the mass of our compound is coming from strontium, 26.3% is coming from the oxygen, 1.7% is coming from the hydrogen. So, of course, that has to add up to 100%.